Greetings Internet, your typical so-and-so here back with yet another LEGO miniature guns design. In this video, we'll be looking at the British engineered submachine gun for the Second World War, the STEN Gun. We'll be looking at all available variants for this weapons platform, so use the timestamps in this video at your discretion. With that said, let's begin. The Mark I. Boy, was this a nightmare to work on. So let's just get that out of the way first. We'll start with this stock design, because this is the only variant that's getting this kind of design. Any further implementation would mean a bigger mess. Enough said. I will say that the Mark I variant did implement a folding foregrip just below the front of the receiver. While it may not be the most accurate to the one in real life, I felt like it was the most practical for this design. Other features include the flash hider up front, and these angled tiles for the mag well, as well as this opening to the right of the gun which ejects the spent cartridges. Obviously in front of the charging handle to the right. Yeah, that's your bolt. 100,000 STEN Mark I's have been built from early winter of 1940 to late summer 1941. Somewhat cheap for a homegrown weapon compared to an exported Thompson for Britain. But not cheap enough. The Mark II. The most common of them all, at least 2 million in Britain and elsewhere were produced up until the end of the war. The most notable changes are the lower receiver, the stock design, and the barrel shroud design, which now doesn't have the flash hider from its last variant. I will comment on the stock when going into this design as a whole, since it would prove to be the most challenging aspect to this design. What I ended up doing was using this stick holder piece with these round bricks and this 1x3 flat piece at the end. My reasoning for this was that since the barrel and the stock had a similar, if not the same diameter, it would prove most applicable to this design as a whole. That's also why the 2x2 round configuration at the front of the gun. The Mark III. I'll keep this short and sweet. This is more a uniform design similar to my take on the Mark II as it pertains to the receiver handguard configuration. Until late 1943, just under 900,000 of these variants were made, mainly by a British toy company, Lyons Brothers Limited. Mark V. The last variant in our video catalog of STEN guns. At least 350,000 of these variants were produced from February 1944 until the end of the war in Europe of year 1945. If you can't tell already, this has more of the essentials of what a submachine gun ought to look like for its time. This variant has a pistol grip, a fixed wooden buttstock, and the front signs are now derived off the Lee Enfield series of bolt-action of rifles. This variant goes to show how much more liberty and utility for this weapon as a submachine gun now that the tides of war for Britain is in a more forgiving effort. As this video is coming to a close, let me state by when starting this project, the Mark II, which is the most associated variant produced out of the lot, wasn't going to do justice for this video overall, hence these available designs on the STEN gun in this video. I felt like including most, if not all available variants to the STEN gun would give this submachine gun more appreciation on the back of its design history from a nation at the war backed into a corner. Cheap, but effective at what it does. The STEN gun. And that's really the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.